ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to A Pound of Fresh. I've just been out for a 10k run this morning, and I took about, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes off the time that I did yesterday, so that's good. That is good. I've just had some water, and I've just filled this up again, so it's important to get the water in. And then I'm gonna have this, which is banana smoothie made with 4 bananas and some sugar and some orange juice, and all blended together. And that's what I'm gonna have now to recover, get the carbs in. You see, so mm, oops, I got banana in my mustache. Forgive me. I'll stop. I'll have that later, so you don't see all the bananas all over the mustache. Yeah, so today was a great run. I went with a friend of mine, and we did just under 10k. I mean, plan it for. We didn't really plan the run for 10k. We just did a big loop, and then it was 9.6k, which is 400 meters off. But it was good. It was really good. What do I want to talk about today? Today I want to talk about just the power of meditation and how it can free you from anxiety and stress, and really, really, I want to. I just want to say that meditation has changed my life, and um, there's so many things that I want to say about it. The first thing is that, you know, anxiety is really difficult to maintain when you meditate, because what you do is you acknowledge that all thoughts are just thoughts. Doesn't matter how creative, how bad, how good, doesn't matter. What matters is how you just let them go, and then they dissipate and they lose their power. And getting into running as fitness now, because I went to drama school, and I had to be very, very fit there, and there was a lot of exercise involved each week. I had about 40 contact hours, and I would say about 20, 25 of those hours were physical, um, hard exertion, movement, dance, warm ups. It was just great. It was just really good. Um, but meditation has just allowed me to take up running, and all of the voices that I'm familiar with, and I think you might be familiar with, maybe, I'm not sure. But all of the voices, when they come in, oh, I can't do this, this is too hard, I won't be able, getting out of bed, I feel dehydrated, it'd be much easier for me to just not, run today. But that isn't what's happening. What's happening is that I'm loving it, and the mind, which isn't the thoughts, the mind knows and has always known that I'm well capable of running. We are designed to run, after all. So yeah, I just want to say that, really, that meditation for me has allowed me and given me the freedom from anxiety, the freedom from thoughts crashing into one another. Um, and it's a very simple process. It's a very simple process. All you have to do is sit quietly, close your eyes, repeat, either count your breaths or see if you can find a meditation teacher to give you a mantra, and then just repeat it over and over and over again for about 15 minutes. And every time you notice that you're distracted, just go back to the mantra. So if you can imagine that this screen here is a lake. When we think up the top here, at the very surface of the lake, and the thoughts sometimes are massive and really busy, and sometimes they're still like this, and sometimes they're quiet. But what meditation does is it allows you to dive. And when you go down here into this area of the mind, this area of the mind is always quiet because it's at the bottom of all of these thoughts up here. So the layer down here, if you can imagine a layer, all of this is completely still. And that's where the thoughts bubble up from to the top, and then they burst out. And then what meditation, if you repeat a mantra, what that allows you to do is to go from here and to go right down to the bottom where the thoughts are and where they come from and where the mind is quiet. And then if you let the mantra go, you will be able to go like beyond thoughts. And that's when you're sitting with your eyes closed and nothing is happening in your mind. You forget that you even have a body. You forget that you have a brain. You just become so peaceful and so calm. And that's the bliss that people talk about. And that's the bliss that you can experience with meditation. So I urge you, if you are prone to anxiety, if you're prone to depression, if you're prone to stress, if you're prone to anger, if you're quickly angered, all of these things are just thoughts. They're just thoughts, and they are able to be sidestepped. I won't say beaten, because to try and beat a thought, that's another thought. But to allow them to happen. There's a video that Tim Sheaf, Livewire, he did the other day, where he said that he wished depression on people, and people had a sort of an adverse negative reaction to that. But I can understand that. What he's just saying is that if you don't know how bad it can get in the mind, and then when you see how good it can get in the mind, if you don't allow that to happen, if you don't know where you're coming from, then you don't appreciate the peace and the bliss and the meditation. And it's not to say that it's peaceful and blissful 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you meditate twice a day, in the morning and in the evening, if you get the bliss for 6 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds in the entire day, that's amazing. You'll remember it. You'll remember what it feels like, and therefore when the thoughts crowd in again, you'll say, these are just thoughts. These are just thoughts. So I'm going to finish this smoothie now. This is more than a pound of fruit. If you count the sugar and if you count the orange juice as well, which is just carbohydrate. And obviously there's liquid in there. And there's liquid in here too. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get on and do some work now. But as always, remember to get your pound of fresh fruit and vegetables today, and you'll be doing great. You'll be doing great. And I've written a note here to let you know not to be afraid to subscribe to the channel, which I think is just down here. It says subscribe, and there'll be more content to follow. I've got a warm-up, another warm-up run, not tomorrow, but Thursday. And then I've got the race in Fenore on Saturday. So that'll be my first ever 10k race. I didn't think I'd be able to do that, but these were just thoughts. And I think I can. I think I can now. And beyond the thoughts, I know that I can. Because we're designed to run. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. Remember to get your pound of fresh and you'll be doing great. You'll be doing great. Catch you next time.